What if there is more to the earth that we live in? What if there's more inside our earth? What if we are looking at the wrong places when we're looking up? Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the mysteries to our earth, and now that experts have shed some light into some new findings using deep learning and algorithms to study the stars. Now they're using the same deep learning to study inside our earth, and they found something baffling. There are a number of things in this world that to us remain a big mystery. And one of them is the inner earth. I don't know if you know about this, but we can only dig until a certain point. Past that point, we know very little about it. For example, we know less about our oceans than we supposedly know about space. If there is another world inside of ours, there are hundreds of stories out there of Shambhala, Agartha, in other words, places where humans, stories, and incredible creatures that shouldn't exist theoretically do. But till today, there are many out there who believe that there may be such a place on this earth. For instance, where does Bigfoot come from? Where does many other creatures that supposedly live out there, that have been sighted, for instance, where do they come from? Where do they go to? One of the most interesting examples, in my opinion, is mermaids and the Loch Ness Monster. For instance, in Urbano Monte, there are a number of strange creatures, mythological creatures of course, that have been sighted in the past and have been talked about in the present. Now what's most interesting is that these kind of creatures have been sighted in many other maps and described in many other cultures. Take into consideration, for instance, in Japan, there is a drawing of a UFO with alien engraving in it. Where did this object come from, and how did they come up with such incredible details? Some believe that there was some sort of contact in the past from something else out there. Now, what if this something else isn't coming from out there, but within?
Wow. Oh my God.
Reports of strange creatures and sightings in lakes that till today baffle experts. Now, what if these creatures are coming from somewhere inside our Earth that we have little or no idea about? And what if finally scientists and experts maybe have unraveled a little bit about this? What if they have discovered that maybe there is a continent inside our own Earth that we have no idea exists? In a new finding, scientists used a machine learning algorithm that was originally developed to analyze remote galaxies to probe 30 years of earthquake data, and they have discovered a vast structure composed of exotic materials occupying the boundary between Earth's liquid outer core and the lower mantle, a zone about 3,000 kilometers beneath our feet, that date back to a time before even Earth had a moon.
What is that? Oh shit. Go.
Now just imagine if we can only dig as deep as 7 kilometers, 12 kilometers, something like that. What is exactly down there? There's so much about our Earth that we don't know. For instance, Chris Carter identified magnetic anomalies in Aberdeenshire stone circles.
Note that both the north and south poles are being triggered on the device.
Now, without a good explanation, the patterns in these frequencies that he identified change monthly. This is fascinating. It is very much possible that there is an entire other world and we have no idea. Now, that would make a lot of sense if you stop to think about all the sightings that we have been having in the last hundreds of years.
That is this, a Paracas skull. One of 3 different types, 3 different shapes. Now the main characteristics, here if we have the 3 bone plates with the Paracas skull, as we see that this plate, or this suture, and the one that separates the 2 parietal bones is existent, but then basically disappears.
Just stop to think about it. It makes a lot more sense that maybe some of the sightings that we have been having, for example, such as UFOs, Bigfoot, creatures, dragons, myths, mythological creatures that, well, no one would believe if it weren't taped. It makes a lot more sense that maybe these creatures are coming from a world inside of ours than thousands or light years away from our planet. Maybe there is a place inside our Earth where these things come from. Take into consideration all the volcanic sightings. There are many videos out there of UFOs entering volcanoes or passing by volcanoes minutes before they go active.
Te dije, concha tu madre, un ovni, ¿viste? Esa weá no es una estrella y no tiene por qué estar ahí, ¿ves? Hazle un zoom a esa weá.
André, no te estoy huellando.
Mira un ovni, cacha, al lado. La weá no es una estrella y no tiene por qué estar ahí. Graba.
Some believe that some of these volcanoes are actually entrances to another world. Now, of course, all of this is very much plausible, but now there is evidence that there are places 3,000 kilometers beneath us, places that have been discovered that actually produce enough echo for scientists to become baffled to what exactly is going on here. One of the scientists said, by looking at thousands of core mental boundary echoes at once, instead of focusing on a few at a time, as usually done, we have gotten a totally new perspective, said Kim, lead author of the paper. This is showing us that the core mental boundary region has lots of structures that can produce these echoes, and that was something we didn't realize before because we only had a narrow view. What exactly is producing echoes 3,000 kilometers beneath us? Now, what if somehow people in the past knew about this, knew about the possibility that there was something inside of our Earth, something more than just layers of lava? In Bosnia, there are mounds that can be found in the shape of pyramids. Some believe that these are ancient pyramids that somehow have not yet been discovered. Curiously, a YouTube channel found a series of tunnels that were built below these mounds.
Hi, so we're deep inside what we're calling the Ravne floor tunnels here in Visoko, Bosnian Valley of the Pyramids. We're about 30 meters deep now, and already at this point we've found some side passages that have been blocked up, partially emptied as well. We found evidence of dry walls.
Now, this doesn't prove that we have an inner continent or an inner world. This only proves that we may have enough space inside of our world for another world. Still, it is little evidence or little data that we have to prove anything, but it is very intriguing. What do you think? Is there any chance that we'll find more to our inner world now that we have technology and deep learning? And what exactly do you think is hiding underground? Does it want to be found or not? Thank you for being here, guys. Don't forget to leave a like, share this video if you think this is important, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again.